Hi guys, this is Grendel again. Um, just an update from the first video. Sorry it's taken so long. I'm actually expediting as much as I can. The last two events we had, I didn't max out because I'm trying to do this Skull Lord Vargal as fast as I can. I didn't max out the last two events. The artifact event, and what was the other event? Well, there was another event that I didn't max out that I could have, and I didn't because I was focusing on getting my drakes. So I got all my drakes. There's all four of them. One of them's almost all the way ascended. They're all level 50 now. I need to wait till tonight for the spirit vault. The spirit green force, magic, and spirit. Yeah, I think it's spirit. The spirit vault to open, and then I'll get the potions to ascend them. Then I'll have Crypt King Grawl, and I'll actually take him through the like normal. I don't even remember anymore. I'll take him through normal, hard, and I'll take him through normal and hard, and I'll only use the equipment I pick up through the campaign. Then on brutal, I'm gonna equip them the way I usually do, because once you get to brutal, you should be doing dragons. You should be doing everything. And then you should have access to better gear. And if you're around during the game pass, then you might have good equipment already. So you don't have to do it this way. I'm just showing you why I think Skull Lord Vargal is a good character for a beginning player. So if you're level 1, like I'm saying, you're not going to have anything. If you just started as of my first video, you're not going to have anything. And if you're doing this, you would only have levels 1 and 2 on normal unlocked. So I'm gonna just take it through campaign and put the gear I get from the campaign on him and on his little minion. Who is his little minion? His little minion is Skullsworn, and I already have Skullsworn all maxed out and booked up. I used rare books for him. I didn't use Skullsworns. Well, I used some Skullsworns because unlike most people, I keep a copy of all the rares, and I don't use the rares for food unless my rares are already booked up. So all these rares, well, except for this guy Justicar, because I have two of him level up to 30 because he's in a fusion. But everybody else, I just feed like these level 1s down here until they're maxed out. I feed them to the other rares I have for books, because I actually want to try them all out and see if there's anybody missed and see what they actually do. But that's a long-term project. I have I'm usually busy doing other stuff. Like I just pulled Septimus. Oh, here, let's close this. I just pulled Septimus this weekend, and I pulled another Bannerlord this weekend as well. But I actually want to try Septimus because Septimus can one-shot the spider if you set him up right. Um, and I really want to try it. Um, the gear he has isn't that great. It's not bad, but it's not good either. I do have other gear, but I don't like to juggle my gear around. That just takes too much silver. And right now, to play around with them, I can basically use that. Um, he needs more crit rate and stuff. I'll mess with him once I'm ready to do that. But like I'm saying, I wanted to I want to expedite the Skull Lord because I want to show you guys what I mean when I say if you're early levels and you don't have like eight 6 stars, you should use him. And I'll start him out as a 5-star. And I'm gonna start this guy out as a 5-star too. He's gonna be all ascended because you should be able to get another Skullsworn while you're leveling up your drakes. And then once you get your other Skullsworn, then you can do this. You don't have to, and you can ascend them as well. You don't have to book them if you don't want to. Well, you should book them eventually because when they're a pair, booking them is gonna be good. It skills. You have a bunch more damage, and then you have a better debuff chance. And an extra hit is awesome. And this one has 3 cooldowns, so you definitely want to book them up because this counter attack is a very good skill. And then this one doesn't need any books. He needs quite a bit of books, but like I said, you can feed other Skullsworns to him. I wouldn't concentrate on him until after you finish the fusion. Yes, you can get another one, so you have 2, but don't try to book them out. If you're using Skullsworns, don't try to book them out until after you get the Skull Lord, because that might make you not get the Skull Lord. And you have as much time as you need to do this after you get the Skull Lord. I just did it now because, like I said, I already have the drakes. I already knew I was getting everybody, and I started him earlier. He only needed like 5 more books when I started this. I actually booked him out once I got 9 or 10 Skullsworns. I was saving him just in case I didn't get the Skullsworns because I didn't know how hard it was, how easy or hard it was going to be. I got the Skullsworns relatively fast. So, yeah. And next video, I will show you how the Skullsworn and how crit the Skull Lord does in the campaign. They're not geared up. This guy has no gear, and the Skull Lord will also have no gear. I'll just put the gear on. Like I said, I'll just put the gear on. I get with the campaign. Like oh, wrong section. I'll put life will work very good for the Skull Lord. because like I said, he has a bunch of life. So I'll put this. I'll get one piece of every piece of equipment in here and put it on the Skull Lord, and then I'll keep on going, and then I'll switch out as I get better gear. I'm not going to keep any of this gear. I'm just going to destroy it when I get better gear, because I don't want to spend the silver to take it off. It's worthless, and the taking it off costs more than selling it is worth. But as I get better gear, I'll change up the gear, because when I get to lifesteal, I might want to, depending on how he's doing, I might want to switch him out to lifesteal, or speed. Speed's also a good set to use. Or if I need more accuracy, I'll put him in accuracy. I don't remember what he has exactly. Let's see. Skull Lord. Where's the Skull Lord? Oh, I don't have the Skull Lord yet. So let's go to the index and look at the Skull Lord. Okay, he has a heal reduction, he has a provoke, and a strengthen. And strengthen's really good. It doesn't it cuts the damage you take. And he has a decreased attack, a big one, which, so they're all good skills. The provoke makes people attack him, which you don't really need to do, because he can res the other guy, the Skullsworn. So you might not want to use this skill that much. You can play with it and see what works better. And this one has a heal reduction, which is nice for the people who heal. Just stick that on him, and that's why he needs accuracy. But he doesn't need, you don't need to put a lot of accuracy on him, because like I said, he already starts at 70. And when I'm going up, I'm not going to spend the silver to level the gear up. When I get sorry when I get later on, like when I get into normal, it says when I get to hard, I actually do have some decent I don't know. Oh hell, I know who's wearing it. So I do have some decent gear. Oh, and I have to put somebody in the vault. We'll put him in the vault. And we'll take her out. I do have some decent 3-star gear that I got when I was doing the campaign. She was my first character. So I got her to level 50. And I upgraded her 3-star gear. But she has attack, which isn't great for... She has speed boots, so I'll definitely use them. That's attack. That's crit rate. I can use those too, but the attack's not going to do... The attack stat's not going to do anything for them. That one's not bad either, because it has speed and defense rolls. This set, though, this set's really good. It has a plus 15% HP, and it heals by 3% every turn. So these two, other than the attack rolls it got, the crit damage and the crit rate will work great. And the crit rate and the accuracy will work great too. You need that. This attack roll is useless for me, but I can use those two definitely, and I can use these two if, especially the speed boots, until I get something better. Like I said, I can't use the ring because the ring's a high elf ring, and I don't think I have any 3-star rings, so I'm gonna have to get a ring from spiders. I have to do a lower level spiders, and I'm gonna do that with those two guys as well. And maybe I'll throw in like I have a bunch of level 40s here, a bunch, and some of them are actually really good. I got lucky in my rolls. So I got a bunch of good characters, and I got a bunch of legendaries, considering I don't spend that much money on the game. they're not all top tier legendaries, and my first legendary was Razin, which pisses me off. I mean, Razin's a great character. I already have him booked out and everything, but he's oh yeah, the books. But he's he's a fusion. So I would have rather had somebody just as good as Razin but different. If you know what I mean. Because I could have picked up Razin anywhere. So I'm gonna do the Razin fusion eventually, just because, to get rid of it. But I pulled him. That was my very first legendary. And like I said, I'm not gonna use him to clear. I'm gonna use one of my level 40 people. And I won't use a void. I'll use somebody else. And I'll put him. I don't know. I don't know who I'll use yet. I'll use this guy, Crimson Helm. She is, I think it's a she, if I'm remembering correctly. She's a decent character, so I'll use her. And I have another Bellower. I'll use her, and I'll use a Bellower. Yes, voids are hard to get, but it's a rare. There's also Fellhound. Does the same thing as Bellower. There's even commons, but I don't want to, like the Zephyr Sniper, but I don't want to upgrade her just for this, because this one will work just as well, and she's a common. There's actually, this one will work, and she's an uncommon. This one will work, and she's a common. They do AoEs. All she does is AoEs, but you can't ascend her. If you want to keep the character, the best one to use is this. Well, this one, or there's a Lizard Man too. If you want to stick with the lizard, I don't have him right at the moment, but there's also a Lizard Man that'll do the same job for you. And if you go to the Fire Knight and you actually get a stun set, you can put the stun set on your AoE champion and use that. And I keep on going to the wrong place. And Lizard Man. I have most of the rares and epics. Like I said, I got lucky. Lately, I've been pulling doubles almost everything. Like of the epics, I've only got one I didn't have before. But like I said, the other ones I use as books. Some people keep their spare copies, but I think it's better not to. This is the guy. Saurus is also a good guy to use. He has an AoE, and then he has two AoEs. Actually, he's a great guy to use as well. I think the sniper actually has something else. So if you like to auto, this one, oh, it's a continuous heal though. She's also a healer, so that one isn't bad. And it's on all allies. It's a little one, but she's a common, so it's actually decent. I'm not even gonna put the title on this one. I'm just gonna upload it to YouTube and hopefully people watch it. Because I gotta get to work right now. So this is Grendel signing out. This was a Raid Shadow Legends video.